field day. I think TJ Watt is currently, in my opinion, the better Watt right now, is going to have a monster game, as well as Bud Dupree. And I think it's just going to be all over Deshaun Watson. And I think it can get very ugly very quickly. I do have Pittsburgh winning this game. Let me find my score real quick. I got them winning 26-13. By the way, they have scored 26 in back-to-back games, so I just kind of stuck with there. Just give them 26. And I kind of like Pittsburgh to cover as well. So that's my pick. Tim?
I'm following suit here. I got Pittsburgh, and other than the fact that I don't really just like the Texans or Bill O'Brien, I honestly think
terrible head coach.
Yeah, I think that it could come down to wits, and I really think Mike Tomlin is a much, much better coach. I think he knows how to push the buttons of his guys, and I think Pittsburgh, I think they covered. I have it 24-17 just because I think all around Pittsburgh brings more to the table than Houston.
Simple as that, man. Rueter.
Yeah, buddy. I like what you said about everyone saying that Houston's going to be in desperation mode and they can't go 0-3. Sure, they can go 0-3.
Exactly.
And they're going to go 0-3. That's not a very good roster around Deshaun Watson. You can say what you want about David Johnson, Brandon Cooks. I'll tell you, Fuller looked good, but, he was never all that far away, seemingly, unfortunately for him, an injury away from not even being out there on the field. I don't think that Houston is very good, and I think Tim was exactly right as well that they're going to be out-coached in this game. I have no question. Billy O'Stooge, as he's been lovingly referred to, is I don't think he's the answer for their long-term, not only in personnel but also on the field. I'm a little nervous that they have the Steelers actually at only a 4-point favorite at home, because I think that maybe they're undervaluing how good that Steelers defense is. When you watch them, the way they punish ball carriers and how few rushing yards they've allowed to some very good players so far this year, I don't think that David Johnson and company have a chance. I think they're going to force Deshaun Watson to throw the ball, and I'm going handily. I'm going to go with the under too, but we're going to call it like 30-10 Steelers. This is an easy one for me.
By the way, Houston, in their 2 losses, they have lost by a combined score of 67-36.
Yeah, they're not a good team, man. They're really not this year.
Getting his own.
Yeah. Roethlisberger has looked pretty solid. To be 38 years old and coming off shoulder surgery, he's looked pretty good.
It seemed like it took him about a half of football. He started to look himself after the first game of the year. The second half of that first game, he started to get comfortable again, and I think he's there. And he might not be Big Ben from 8 years ago, but he's certainly solid, and it seems like he's got more playmakers around him than Deshaun Watson does.
And he can actually throw the ball down the field too, unlike certain older quarterbacks, but we'll get there. All right, moving on. We have the next game on the slate here. We got San Fran traveling back to, what did I call it last week, Ed? The Netherlands?
You called it the Netherlands. Yeah. Little off.
The Meadowlands. I got it corrected this time.
Not the Netherlands.
All right. Traveling back there. And they might be having like nightmares from that game, man, because they literally lost everybody. Like their whole defensive line is hurt. I'm sorry, but the line right now, the Niners are favorites. They're -3.5, and the over-under is 42. Tim, this one's for you, man. What you thinking?
So I think the Giants and Jets are vying for the worst team in football. And I think San Francisco, minus a quarterback, minus an all-pro defensive end, are still better than the New York Giants. I'm taking San Fran. I'm taking the under on it, though. I have it at around 21-13, somewhere in there. No scoring happening in this game at all. There's no way. It's just, this is a recipe for a horrible game to have to watch.
Yeah, I agree 100% on that one, bro. I'm nailing the under on this one. Like, this is going to be part of my parlay, honestly. And like the quarterback, who's the backup for San Fran?
It's going to be Nick Mullins is going to be starting for the 49ers.
Nick Mullins. San Fran, like everybody is hurt. Like their whole, like literally, the Richard Sherman's done for the season, possibly. Solomon Thomas is done. Nick Bosa is done. D Ford is out for this game. Mostert is hurt for this game.
Deebo Samuel, I believe, is still out.
Deebo is still out. No George Kittle. Like everybody, like all of their best players are literally hurt, and I'm still picking them to win this game because the Giants are that shitty. Yeah, and I got it at a score of 13-10. Low scoring game. I'm you got to hit the under on this one. I don't think they're going to score any points, and it's going to be just an ugly game to watch. But hopefully they could just get out healthy. Rueter, what you thinking?
Yeah, I'm not going to spend too much time on this one. I'd agree. I wanted to point out that despite all of those injuries and the whirlwind of basically just shit that 49ers fans had to endure, they still beat the Jets 31-13. I think they could do the same thing to the Giants here, even with Nick Mullins. And sure, we'll go with that as well. We're on the three-peat for all of us on San Fran beating the Giants. And one final note on that, Saquon is out for the Giants, and all those players out for San Francisco. The loss of Saquon to the Giants might be just as hard felt for them. So
they're missing a receiver too. Shepard, he's going to be out.
Yeah, Shepard's out too. So these are two really banged up teams. I love that you guys are going with the under. I could see it being really ugly. Like, I mean, you don't see a lot of scores like this anymore, but if it was like 13-3, it wouldn't surprise me.
That's a fact. Yeah, that's a fact, bro. All right, next game on the slate here, Cincinnati traveling to Philadelphia to take on the Eagles. Right now, both teams are 0-2. Eagles are favored in this game, -4.5. Over under 47.5. Rueter, you want to go ahead and take this one first, bro?
Sure. I think I might go against the grain here a little bit, but I think I'm going with the Bengals, believe it or not. At least to cover, at least to not lose by 5. I like what I saw out of Burrow a lot. I thought all things all in, he outplayed Baker Mayfield last Thursday. I really think that he played with poise. He seems like a winner out there. The Eagles seem lost. I don't know if that's what you guys are seeing, but they just don't seem like themselves. And I think that Cleveland, although flawed, they have a lot of talent on that team, and the Bengals were able to hang with them every step of the way. I think they're going to do the same against the Eagles. I think that's an awfully high-scoring line for this game at 47.5. So I'm going to go with the under here again today, kind of a trend. I think there's a lot of scoring last week. I think it comes back down to earth this week. But I like the Eagles to win, perhaps. It's tough to call, but I'm just going to say that I like the Bengals to cover, and I am going to pass on giving a score. How about that?
That's such a cop out.
Is that allowed?
That's
Is it
such a cop out.
It's a cop out.
Come on.
Okay, I'm going to give you a score. 27-24.
Okay.
And guess what? I'm not telling you which way either. So you have your score, and you can.
Well, you already said that. You already said that you like the Bengals to cover, but you want the Eagles to win.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. I don't know. That's a tough call, but this is a hard one. If it was easy, they'd have just regular Joes on the street doing it, not us, right? I mean,
that's a fact. I'm with you on that one, bro. I'm staying away.
Hard.
I'm not touching this game in the betting. I got the Eagles winning it. I got a score of 31-20, and wow. I don't feel good about it. I don't feel good about it. Carson Wentz look like shit. Like the offensive line is shitty. Joe Burrow, he will look very good against Cleveland, but like he was getting battered and he just kind of stuck with it and just kept coming at him. And like a lot of it was just like garbage time points that he put up in the fourth quarter. So I was like, okay, he stuck with it. I give him credit there. Both defenses are shitty right now. I just go with the less shitty team, I think, which is the Eagles.
I'm right. I'm with Ed on this, and it was almost a carbon copy with the score. When I was going through all these games, this was probably with the spread and the points I just wanted nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
I have Philadelphia winning the game 27-23. I like Joe Burrow. I think he looks like the consummate pro, and he's only 2 games into his career. I don't know if they have the weaponry that he needs right now as far as being a contender, obviously, but Philadelphia looks so lost. I can't see this game being pretty, not quite as bad as Giants San Fran, but I got Cincy covering, but Philadelphia winning this one.
You got a score for us? Oh, yeah, you said it already. I'm back. My bad.
27-23, yeah.
All right. Moving on to the next game here. We got the LA Rams traveling to Buffalo to take on your Buffalo Bills. Right now, the Bills are favorite -1.5. So this is almost a pick 'em. And then the over-under right now is 46.5. Tim, this is your team, man. I'm going to let you go ahead and lead the way on this one. What's your thoughts on this game? Who you rolling with and why?
Man, I saw this earlier in the week as a 2.5, and when I went to 1.5, I was even more scared. This is going to be a really tough game. It's really hard for me to envision a Buffalo Bills team with an air assault, but that's exactly what they have right now. And I think this is going to be a little bit of a high scoring game. I'm taking the Bills because I can't not take the Bills, but I have this still as a field goal is going to make or break this game. So I hope Tyler Bass has his right shoe on. I got 31-28. I'm taking the over. I think Buffalo having Milano back and having Edmonds back is going to be huge against Higbee. Gesicki they dissected the middle of the field, and I really think LA planned on those two linebackers not playing, but they were both like kind of full go as of end of the day yesterday and today. And I think that's a huge difference. I think that could be the difference in the game is shutting down Higbee, because I think the rest of Buffalo's defense is just stacked. Allen throwing for maybe 300 again. He's making it look easy, but Buffalo's taking this. I'm taking the over on that as well.
I'm very interested to see how Josh Allen plays in this game, because this is going to be the best defense that he's won against so far, and this will be the best team that Buffalo has played so far. And right now, this is going to be one of those games for Buffalo that's going to show me if they are true contenders for this AFC title. Josh Allen, man, kudos to him. I'm going to give credit where credit is due. I don't care who he's played. They're all NFL team. He has looked awesome. He has proven that he has worked on his flaws from last year, which was throwing the ball down the field accurately, and he's looked really solid there. He didn't turn the ball over against Miami. I'm rolling with Buffalo to win this game. I think it's going to be a close one. Aaron Donald, got to figure out a way to block him. Jalen Ramsey, I want to see if Josh Allen doesn't let his ego get in the way and doesn't challenge him to the point where he's making plays. And we'll see what McDermott can do to combat Sean McVay's offense. So I got Buffalo winning by a score of 28-27. And simple as that. Rueter.
So I have this thing inside me that goes, I've been watching Buffalo sports for as long as I can remember. I'm not even gonna date myself here by putting actual years on it, but there's just this thing deep down inside me that goes, Buffalo can't be that good, right? It's just something that it's just inside me.
Just illegal.
It just can't be
just not allowed.
Buffalo's good. So when you see they've got the league's leading receiver, when you see they have the league's best passer thus far, when you see them talking on ESPN about the Bills' amazing aerial attack, you just think to yourself, it can't be real, right? And so with that mindset going into this, because somewhere I do hope the Bills win this game at home. I think it'd be great to see them go 3-0, be an amazing story. But I don't see it for some reason. I can't bring myself to seeing it. I think the Rams match up really well. They've got a lot of very, very quick, very good route running receivers.
Yeah.
I think that is something that might give the Bills fits. Even with Edmonds and Milano back, I think Tim was very apt to point that out. That was a smart call there. But I think that Cooper Kupp can eat you alive. I think that Higbee, as was mentioned, is very good. And man, congratulations to former Bill. Tim, who am I talking about? Wide receiver, former Bill of the Rams, made his money.
Bobby Woods?
That's right. Robert Woods. He just got paid, didn't he? Like $65 million or something like that?
Yeah, he definitely got hit.
And I'll tell you, well-deserved, because this guy, he was really good in Buffalo, really underappreciated. He went there. Everyone's talking Cooper Kupp. Everyone was talking, Brandon Cooks at the time. Sammy Watkins was there for a while. And I'll tell you, for my money, Robert Woods was the best player out there on the field at the wide receiver position for most games. So went a little long-winded there, but I ultimately I've got to go with the Rams. I concur that it's going to be high scoring, but let's call it 35-28 Rams.
All right. The Buffalo faithful is booing you right now, Rueter, just to let you know.
It's okay. It's okay, because there's got to be a snap back to it. I think if nothing else, I think the Bills I still say that the Bills are going to win the division. I still like the Bills to make a playoff run.
Now you want to backpedal.
No,
okay.
I'm not backpedaling from this game though, because I think what they've done is they've played the Jets and the Dolphins. I think this one's going to be a rude awakening, right? It's just going to be that difference in the level of play of this team. I think it's going to be a shocker. and it might, snap them back to reality a little bit. But